Hey guys, we're doing math class right now. You need to get out your math books, turn to page 261, 262, and you can see at the top of page 161, we're doing division, 10s and 11s. Now, I know that we know our 10 multiplication tables. I know we know our 11 multiplication tables really, really well, so I'm not really going to spend any time on this because it would just take up extra time in a video where on something that you guys are already really, really good and familiar with. Okay? If you do need any extra help with it, let me know, let mom and dad know, and I'll see about getting you the extra help, but I don't want to put extra time in a video that's not necessary. On 262, I want you to do as many as you can on the page. I'll cut some out so we don't have as much work to do. Number 4, just do A and B. Number 5, we'll do number 5. We'll do number 6, okay? We'll do number 7, but just A and B. So the only ones I'm really cutting out is number 4, letter C is getting cut out. Number 7, letter C is getting cut out. Other than that, it shouldn't be too hard to do. Just go through, boom, 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 do them. All right, you should have paused the video. You should have done those. Okay, let's start with number 4, letter A. I'm having to look over here because they're over here. All right, we have 1/5 of 63. We're dividing 5 into 63, and that's what's shown down here. I know in your book you have it written underneath this right here, but the numbers are not written, but these are how your numbers need to be written. That's how they should be written. Let's go ahead and divide 5 into 63. How many times will 5 go into 63? We'll count by 5s. You should have 12. Let's try 12. 12 times 5 is, right, 60. Subtract. 3 minus 0 is, and 6 minus 6 is. So 3 is smaller than 5. They want us to write our remainder as a fraction so that we end up with a mixed number. So 3 is going to go on top. 5 right here is going to go on the bottom. So we have 12 and 3/5. All right, letter B of number 4. We have 1/4 of 31, and we have this division right here. We, of course, need to fill it in. 31 right here needs to go over here, and our 4 from here needs to go down here. Right? We know these are all just division problems. Well, let's just go ahead and do them. 4 will go into 31. How many times? Let's try 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Okay? 1 minus 8. We can't do 1 minus 8, so we're going to have to borrow. 3 is going to become 2. 1 is going to go over here, so now this is 11 minus 8. We know 11 minus 8 is 3, and 2 minus 2, of course, is 0. 3 is smaller than 4, so my fraction over here is going to be 3/4, and that is my answer. Let's look at the story problem number 5. Nick's family visited the United States Space and Rocket Center. They bought 2 adult tickets for $24 each. They bought 2 adult tickets for $24 each ticket and 3 child tickets for $16 each ticket. How much did they spend on tickets? Well, I'll just put A for adult ticket, C for child ticket. And how many adults were there? There was 2 adults and there was 3 children. So I need to figure out how much they spent on adult tickets and how many they spent on children's tickets. Okay, so the adult tickets were $24. And there were 2 adults. So we'll multiply so we can figure out how much they spent on the adult tickets. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 4 is, right, 8. 2 times 2 is, good, 4. We'll put our dollar sign down there. There's 1, 2 places after that decimal, so I'm going to put 1, 2 places after this decimal. So they spent how much money on the adult tickets? Good, $48. So I'll put over here, adult tickets. $48. And then I have over here C for child's tickets. How much did they spend for child's tickets? It says they have 3 child tickets for $16 each ticket. Now, remember, I said the word each. Each is a clue word, tells me I'm going to multiply in this case because you have 1 adult ticket, 2 adult tickets. Why, obviously, they spent more than 1 adult ticket's worth. Okay, same thing with child's ticket. They have $16 for 1 child ticket, but there was 3 children, so they had $16 and then $16 and then $16. That's why we're multiplying. And there were 3 children, so we're going to multiply by 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 6 is 0. No, not 0. 3 times 6 is, right, 18. 1 gets carried up here, 8. Down here, 3 times 1 is, 3 plus 1 is, good, 4. Well, well, well. It looks like it's cost the same for 3 children to get in as it does for 2 adults to get in. That's interesting. So we have $48 right here and $48. Now, it's not asking how much was the adult tickets and how much was the children tickets. It says how much did they spend on the tickets. So what do you think we're going to do? Right, I can say how much did they spend on the tickets all together or in all. So that means I'm going to add. Good. I'm going to put this addition sign right here. We'll add these together. Now, keep in mind, I need to keep my decimal points lined up. Now, I had already done that. So, I'm going to take these 2 zeros plus these 2 zeros. Of course, 0 plus 0 is 0 in both of these cases. I have 8 plus 8. Well, 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 plus 4 is 5. Plus 4 is 9. Put my decimal point right there because it lines right up, and a dollar sign. And my answer is $96. That's how much it cost them for all of them to get in. All right, number 6. Letter A, letter B, letter C. I'm not going to work on the board. It's just adding. It's just subtracting. It's just multiplying. But I did want to look at letter C because that is division. I know division, especially those long division, can be a little bit more tricky, a little bit harder for us. So we'll go ahead and do that together. Okay, we have our division right here. Divide, multiply, subtract, compare, bring down are our steps. We're going to take 8 and go into 6. How many times will 8 go into 6? Right, that would be 0 times. Because 8 times 1 is already over 6, so that would be too big. And just like we said yesterday, if we have a 0 up here, I can skip my steps and go straight from 6, or whatever number's here, in this case it's 6. Go from 6 to 3. So we're going to go 8 into 3. Not just 3, we still need to use the 6. So we'll go 8 into 63. Well, I know in my 8 multiplication tables, I have 8 times 8 is, right, 64. That's really close to 63. But my problem is that it goes over 63, so that would be too big. So if 8 would be too big, what number am I going to use? Right, let's try 7. So we know 7 times 8 is, right, 56. Still gives me a little bit of a problem because now I have 3 minus 6 in my ones place, but I can borrow. So let's do that. Okay, Now I have 13 minus 6. I can do that. 13 minus 6 is 7. And 5 minus 5 is, of course, 0. Now let's compare. Is 7 smaller than 8? Right? It is. So it's a good comparison. Let's just bring down now. I'm going to bring this 2 down here. And now it's not just 7. It's not just 2. It's 72. We're going to go 8. We'll go into this bottom number down here. Always goes, when we're dividing, we're always going to take this number and divide it into this bottom number down here. 8 will go into 72. How many times? Okay. Let's try 9. 9 times 8 is, right, it's 72. Minus 72, that one should be easy. Anything minus itself is always 0. So 72 minus 72 is 0. And is 0 smaller than 8? Of course. Going to carry down this 9, because that's my last step down here. Since I carried down, my steps automatically go back to the top, and I'm going to repeat them all the way back down. So we're going to take my division step. 8 will go into 9. How many times? Yeah, just 1. 8 times 1 is, right? Anything times 1 is itself. So 8 times 1 is 8. 9 minus 8 is, good, 1. And we are going to have to compare. Is 1 smaller than 8? Right, it is. So now I have to bring down. But I don't have any more numbers to bring down. So that means I'm going to have to do what? Right, this 1 down here is a number that is remaining. So I'm going to have to put it as my remainder. Now we're not going to put it as a remainder. We're not going to put our remainder as a fraction. We're just going to put R period 1. So go ahead and write that. And that's our answer. All right, number 7. We have both of these numbers as A and B. And after that, we're done. So, A and B, this is $5.61. They want us to round to the nearest dollar. So, when we round to the nearest dollar, we're going to look at this 10 cents place right here. It says a 6. Is 6 going to get rounded to up, or is it going to get rounded down? Okay, are we going to stay at $5, or are we going to get rounded up to $6? We get rounded up to $6 because 6 is closer to 10 than it is to 0. So we'll do $6. And we have $2.85 right here. Again, we're going to look at this tens place right here. We're going to get rounded up to $3, or are we going to stay down at $2? Right, we're going to get rounded up to $3. 8 is really, really close to 10. So we're going to have $3. Okay? If you would like to try the brain booster, I would encourage that. It looks like it's a little bit more fun today. But 261, 262 need to be done. Other than that, it seems like we've got everything finished for today.